Okay, I'm finally back at the house with an amazing spread on the table. In the mix, I'm trying to make breakfast for dinner, waffles and eggs and sausage and whatnot. So let's get this going. Here at the Rod Squad, I always gotta keep it real with you all. So here's the deal. I am all about living a healthy lifestyle and nourishing your body, but I also understand budget restrictions, the convenience factor, and other real life struggles on this journey to health. So I hope you enjoy this realistically healthy Costco haul. All right, so here we go. Always starting out these uncooked flour tortillas. I absolutely love them. They are organic. They do have some stellar pressed canola oil, but other than that, it is pretty much exactly the ingredients that I would use if I were to make them here at home. This is the cheese that I got. For the first time, I've heard all about it. I've always wanted to get it, but it was on sale and I was super excited about that. So Kerrygold is mostly grass-fed cheese. They do, I believe, feed their cows some like grass in the winter time and things like that, but you got a price off the total there, so I went ahead and got 2 of those because it has a really long expiration date. I also got some Kerrygold butter. I like to get the salted butter for our butter dish. It's super yummy. Obviously on bread, homemade bread is to die for, on some sourdough pancakes, sourdough waffles, absolutely delicious. We've just got the pastured cream and the salt. Then I went ahead and got the Tillamook cheese. This was the cheapest price per pound. This time I usually alternate our sliced cheese based on what is on sale. And then I got some regular butter as well. This is what we use when we're doing a lot of baking. I don't really have it in the budget to do all Kerrygold. So this isn't even organic, but what it is real butter. And the only ingredients there are cream and salt. So I do go ahead and pick that one up pretty much every time. The sour cream is my favorite. This huge thing, a little over $3. One ingredient is just cultured cream. So it's really pure and natural. It truly is what it says. And I've been growing to like this more and more, this organic half and half. Use it in your coffee, make some delicious soup with it. I like to pour it over a bowl of oatmeal. It's just really, really yummy. I was running out of cinnamon, and of course with like pumpkin everything season coming up, I know I'm going to be using a lot of cinnamon. It's a really great spice to have around. And then I got some organic yellow sweet corn. Always get organic if you're looking to be non-GMO. You're going to want to always get that organic sweet corn. And they have a really good price on this really big, it's a 5-pound bag of frozen corn, and it definitely needs to go in the freezer. I also got this large 6-pound bag of carrots. It was only like $3.59, which is a really excellent price for organic carrots. And then I got the 6-pack here of the multicolored bell peppers. That is pretty much a staple, as well as the organic romaine lettuce here. This coconut milk was on sale, and so I took the opportunity and went ahead and got 3 packages of 6. I do use this a lot for cooking and for baking, for both. So there's a lot of things you can do with this, especially if you're trying to be dairy free. I love this Thai Kitchen specifically because it is really thick. So you can even make like homemade, like almost like whipped cream with it if you put it in the refrigerator for a bit. Yeah, you can do it in smoothies, coffee, waffles, pancakes, flavor up some soup, rice. You can mix it into all sorts of things. This one does have some organic guar gum, but that really doesn't upset anyone's stomach here at my house. And it's still only 2 ingredients, and it's the best I can find for a really reasonable price. These are only a little over $1 a can when they're on sale here. So I got 3 of those. And then I did get these muffins. We eat these for church on Sunday. We serve them to everybody. So it's not just our family eating them. They are not clean. They are not really Aubrey approved in any way, but they are delicious, you guys. Heading here, my absolute favorite bread. If they take this away, I will really be sad, because what I love about it, not only is it is organic, but it is sprouted. So you see here all the sprouted wheat. When you sprout the grain, it just really helps unlock the nutrients and makes it easier to absorb. So it's not only organic, it's sprouted, and they're only about $3 a loaf of bread, which are really good, and they freeze well if you think you're not going to go through them that fast. All right, so I've been getting this turkey now for several months, and I am absolutely loving it. I do use it on like wraps or sandwiches, but mostly I've actually started cooking with it, and it's really delicious that way. It's super clean ingredients. It's just the turkey breast, the broth, and the salt with a little touch of sugar. But you can slice it and put it in the oven. I've done that, and then like made some turkey gravy and poured that over it and served it almost like a Thanksgiving meal. You can chop it up and put it in warm or cold like pasta salad. There's really endless things you can do with it. I'm really enjoying that. I did get some more of these sweet cacao nibs. They're only sweetened with coconut sugar. Those are the only 2 ingredients, and they are super delicious. I have been putting them in our homemade granola, as well as you can obviously put it in trail mix or just snack on it as is. But cacao is really high in antioxidants and a lot of other nutrients. We've got potassium and iron and things like that. So I just like to add that. So here I also got a 6-pack of some organic applesauce. We really don't eat this for snacks very often, just because at least 1 jar would just be a snack. I mostly use this in baking. When I bake, you can replace applesauce for oil quite a bit, and so I like to do that. On occasion, they'll have it as a snack, but not very commonly. They're playing Spot It over here. I also typically get this 20-pound bag of the organic unbleached all-purpose flour. Sometimes I will get 2, but I had one of the 10-pounders left from last month. So obviously this is just for baking and feeding sourdough and things like that. I did get 3 things of maple syrup. This is one of those things that I learned not to skimp on because we do use it. And Costco is a very good price compared to other grocery stores. So if I don't get enough for the month in my monthly shopping trip, then I'm stuck having to get a tiny little jar at a normal grocery store. And it just does not help our budget to try to skimp on that. I was running low on apple cider vinegar. When you get apple cider vinegar, you do want to get the raw and unfiltered, and it should contain what's called the mother, and that is just basically this floaty stuff at the bottom. That is what has helped it ferment along the way. And so this is really good. You can use it, like if you're not feeling well, you can actually put this in some hot tea with a little bit of honey, and it's really helpful for that. I also use it though when making bone broth. I add it to the water, and it just helps like extract a lot more of the minerals from the bones. I also soak my grains, oats and beans and rice and things like that. When you soak it with some form of acidic medium like apple cider vinegar, then it helps remove that phytic acid and makes it more digestible. So I use it for, you know, all those various ways. Then over here I got some creamy almond butter. I like the one that I was at because so different Costco's are gonna have different ones. The one I normally get has a green packaging and it is organic. But because of that, it is like $11, I believe, and this one here is only $6. So it is non-organic, but it is still just the roasted almonds. And so I went ahead and got 3 of those to just stock our pantry with. And then I always get one of these raw unfiltered honeys. Again, this is great in tea. If you're not feeling well, you can just take a scoop of this. Because it is local to me, sometimes it can also help like with allergies and things like that. So I just like to keep some raw honey on hand at all times. And my kids were super excited. We haven't had dates in quite a bit, so I just picked up some more dates. We just snack on them just kind of as is. They're actually opened already because little hands came and asked for some. You can also kind of cut them. These are already pitted. You can add some like almond butter in it, and then you can eat it as a really nutritious, like well-balanced snack. I also plan to make like basically like homemade Lara bars you can make in a food processor. Instead of making a bar though, I actually like to make them into little balls because they are less time consuming to form. But these are really great. I got 2 bags of these 3 pounds of organic gala apples, and finally back there, some pork rinds. Several of my kids really like to munch on these. Just be careful buying pork rinds. These are just the fried pork skins and the salt. Sometimes they have MSG and food coloring and all sorts of craziness. But this brand at Costco is really minimal ingredients. They also have the like chicharrones brand. They have a couple flavors there. Those are really good too, but these are much more cost effective. So I like to get these. And then I did almost forget, I showed y'all in the shop with me, but I went ahead and bought some of these straws. We have some, but my kids sometimes lose them, and they all really like straws. So I am really excited to use these, and I'm super excited because it has these really big like smoothie straws, the ones there in the pink. So even if you have like a thicker drink, then it's still easy to sip through the straw. I also got 2 2 packages of 5 dozen eggs, as well as this massive bag of organic Sona Missouri rice. Now this is white rice. I also use brown rice. I just don't need any right now. But I got this 20-pound bag, and I use one of these food safe containers with a sealable lid, and I do also put some in the glass jar for easy use. All right, and from what I learned from my low spend month a couple months back, I think I did really good. I minimized our budget quite a bit. I did get still some extras, like those cacao nibs were extra, the straws obviously were extra. Those are not things we needed, but I also didn't skimp on the things I knew we would use a lot of, like the eggs and the maple syrup and the flour and all that good stuff. So all that being said, I brought our total down to $339.41. This is what, usually it's right around $500, so I was really pleased to see that decrease.